Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans. The Outlaw Pro Late Model Series, presented by the Outlaw Dirt Series, live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I'm your host, Roger Muth, to bring you great racing action here tonight. It's the Limaland Speedway Raceway, if you will, here tonight. Call this one a bull ring, race fans. A quarter of a mile is what this track is in the length, the distance. And with 17 drivers logged in here tonight, these late models are going to show us some great racing action. People like the big speedway races, if you will, kind of, the Port Royals, the Williams Grove. Well, right here, these little bull rings, this is where these late models are able to open up their muscle a little bit, because that's what it's going to be. Short track racing at its best with dirt and cars that are high horsepower and out of control. Last week, we were at Oswego. We saw a great race with Aiden Lewis able to go ahead and pick up the win last week. That gave him a great spot here. Hold on, I got it in the notes. Let me find it. I wrote it down, and then you write more and you flip the page, race fans. James Dahl has the points championship lead after last week's event. He's here tonight, so he will extend that points championship lead over Jeffrey Hyatt. And Dylan Coyle not in attendance here tonight. He'll drop through the standings. Adam Scott's not here. He's third overall, tied with Coyle. And then it's Rayfield and Lewis. Lewis' car is here tonight, race fans. So first and sixth in the show. Remember, there are no drop weeks here with this series. So if you're not here, you don't get the points. So kind of easy, right? You would think. Trust me, it gets confusing up here, tallying all of it up, writing it down, and what you think's going to happen, it never happens. Like I said, you write something on the note sheet here, and then you go ahead and flip the page, you write more, and then you can't find where you wrote the notes. Sort of like the points. You write it down, and you think that's going to happen, and you scribble it down, and it's not. So, that's where we are. It's James Dahl leading the points championship standings over Hyatt, Coyle, Scott, Rayfield, and Lewis. That's the top 6 drivers. We'll see some of those drivers in attendance here tonight. We'll see which one will lock in. Expecting 2 heat races here. Like I said, you write something down, you expect it, something else happens, right? It's to be expected. This racetrack, though, here, well, the inside lane, you got a little bit of the tractor tires down there, kind of more of a guide tire. You're going to see a lot of drivers down there around the bottom side of the speedway. You're going to start to see it migrate up the top side, running the boards. We're going to see a great slider line here tonight. Opportunity for these drivers. So buckle up, race fans. We're getting ready to go racing because these drivers, they're here. They're ready. Right now, the only driver out there is Keegan Newberry, and he's just running the track in. His qualifying effort, as you see, I'm already getting blown up. Looks like that is in the books here for these drivers. Everybody has taken a qualifying lap for the drivers that have wanted to here tonight. Looks like the only driver that will not take a qualifying effort is Jay Henderson. So looks like we're actually going to go 16-1 drivers scratching from tonight's call. So 16 drivers here. We'll get ready to go heat racing. Heat racing here tonight going to be 8 laps, 8 drivers, all drivers to qualify, and this is the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Starting in the front row, he's the driver that picked up the W last week in the feature. He drives car number 55. He's 6th in the championship standings. That'll be Aiden Lewis starting on the pole of heat race number 1. To the outside of him, the driver of the Lunar Esports, number 51. That'll be Brandon Carroll. Carroll in car number 51, starting P number 2. To the inside of row number 2, the Peyton Anderson Racing number 43A, that'll be Peyton Anderson. How about the driver sitting 6th in the championship, points leader. Car number 90, that'll be James Dahl. James Dahl starting 4th, he's your points leader. Keegan Newberry, car number 24, rolling from the 5th starting spot. Well, how about Mason Wagner? In car number 81, he'll go from 6th. Donnie Thibodeau in the 326. He'll start into the 7th spot. And Damian Pullen in car number 35 will roll from the 8th spot. There's your 8 drivers out there ready to go. iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck will make its way to the safety of the infield. There he goes. We're ready. Locked, loaded, race fans. Thanks tonight for tuning in to watch the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series. Heat race number 1 is underway. Heat race number 1 underway. Aiden Lewis going to jump out to the top spot, but then you got these 2 machines. The 51, Carroll, and the number 43 of Anderson battling for 2nd. Just behind them, Dahl and Newberry locked side by side. There's the 90 to the outside. That's Dahl to the outside. 24 to the inside. That is Keegan Newberry. Lap 1 going to go to Lewis out front here with the sun still high in the sky. You see the reflections. There's that inside guide tire. Newberry into the number 90 of Dahl. 1 going right around the outside. That'll be Mason Wagner. Wagner in car number 81. He'll get 2 for 1. He says thank you very much. Elbows up here tonight. Dahl falls back to that 6th position. He's dropped to Wagner. Oh, hold on to her. Newberry almost into the back of the number 81 of Wagner again. Wagner, the only driver, picking up 2 spots. Aiden Lewis out front. He'll see 3 laps to go. It'll be 3 more times around for Aiden Lewis. It's Lewis, it's Carroll, it's Anderson. That's the top 3. This time by, we're going to wind them up, dump them out. It'll be 2 more times around here in the first heat race of the evening, scheduled for 2 heat races here tonight. 1 driver taking it to the infield. That'll be car number 24 of Keegan Newberry. White silk into the air. Final trip around. Lewis picking up right where he left off. Aiden Lewis picking up another heat race victory. It'll be Lewis, Carroll, Anderson, Wagner, and Thibodeau. Donnie Thibodeau. Dahl, then Pullen. That is how they come across. A great heat race here for heat race number 1. This track living up to the standards as a cloud comes over the speedway. That'll bring us right into heat race number 2. And this is how they will come to the green flag here. Psych! That one not working. But hey, it's going to be Ryder Poston, car number 2, starting on the pole here. How about Johnny Tucker in the 121? He'll roll from second. Drake Baxter in car number 14. He'll go from third. Robert Callies in car number 3 will go from the 4th starting spot. And how about Robert Eversole to the outside of him in car number 11? Starting into the 6th spot, that'll be car number 22 here tonight. That'll be Caden Mays. And Chris Thibodeau back behind the wheel of car number 44. He'll roll from 7th, and I do believe Jay Henderson will be a scratch here from the starting lineup here of heat race number 2. So another, I'm lying to you race fans. Look who just popped into the driver's seat. Car number 18, Jay Henderson, will tag the back of the field. So we're going to have 8 cars, 8 laps to figure this one out. Who do you got out there, race fans? Do you have Thibodeau from the trunk? Do you have Poston from the front row? Maybe you got somebody like Callies or Mays or Eversole starting in the mid-pack here. Who do you have picking up heat race number 2? Remember, all drivers will lock themselves in here tonight. This is just seating, if you will, for our feature race coming up here a little bit later on. We're going to turn the old big bright sun down out of the sky. We're going to turn the lights on all around the speedway, and we will drop the hammer for 40 laps in the feature a little bit later on. First, we got to get through this final heat race. iRacing.com safety truck will make its way to the safety of the infield here tonight. Everybody's ready. Poston, Tucker, they're firing. Green flag is up. It'd be a great start there by Ryder Poston as he'll snag the lead. Here comes Tucker, though, with a crossover attempt at the line. Car number 2 of Poston will lead that one. Tucker now to the inside. One driver, that is Chris Thibodeau, up against the outside retaining wall. We'll see if he can get that car under control and down the speedway. He does. Nice crossover move here, though, by Poston. Tucker did it. Now Poston does it. Did it. Does it. Did it. And he'll slam the door. Tucker, though, going to try and drive back underneath. Great battle here for first, second. And look right behind them. That is third and fourth that are also swapping positions. This is what we tuned in for here tonight. One up against the wall. That is the 2. Poston really trying to take that top spot back. And they're 3 wide back there for 5th, 6th, and 7th position. We can't take our eyes off the racetrack here in heat race number 2. This has got to be the prelude. Prelude to the feature. Now they're starting to string them back out here. Poston out front. Tucker, then Mays, then Callies. Eversole back here. See him ripping the top side. Henderson, Baxter, Thibodeau. One into the wall and going around. 2 laps to go. Let's see. White flag will fly as your race leaders cross the start-finish line. So the white flag is out. Baxter, unfortunately, going to have to pull it to the infield as we're staying right here at the line. It's going to be Poston, Tucker, Mays, Callies, Eversole, Henderson, and Thibodeau. Baxter getting the not finishing position of 8th. So Ryder Poston having himself one heck of a ride. Tucker put on a show also. So did Mays and Callie. But boy, if that's just what the heat race has brought us here tonight, what are we going to see in the feature coming up here in just a little bit, race fans? And I don't know about you. I'm already tired out. See, we told you we're going to turn the old sun off. We're going to turn the lights on. We're going to let these drivers have a little bit of call them warm-up laps, and we're going to be right back here for the 40-lap feature event coming up right after this.
see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At G-Stone Motors, our customers know the value of hard work. So we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back to Limaland, Ohio, race fans, here tonight for the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by the Outlaw Dirt Series. Tonight, 40 laps of feature racing is all that's left here for these drivers. A bunch of points on the table and a lot of good racing left for you race fans out there. 16 drivers will take the green flag, or at least that's what I have on the old scribble pad. As I see, at least 15 of them have turned a lap here to make sure their cars are dialed in for this feature event. You see those tires down the infield. We saw them sticking up in our heat races. We saw them also play a factor in a little bit of those heat races in the finishings of heat race number 1. Will we see them rear their head in the feature? Well, we're all about to find out together. Let's get that starting lineup here. For 40 laps, this is how they're going to line them up. Starting on the front row, he'll snag the pole, picking up right where he left off. The 55 of Aiden Lewis to his outside of the rider, posted in car number 2. Brendan Carroll, car number 51, he put on one heck of a show in his heat race. He'll start P3. How about Johnny Tucker and what he did in his heat race? He'll start P4. Anderson, that'll be Peyton Anderson in the 43. He'll start from 5th spot. Caden Mays will start 6th. Then it'll be Mason Wagner in the 81. He'll start 7th. Robert Callies in car number 3 will start into the 8th spot. And Donnie Thibodeau in the 326 will go from 9th. Starting into the 10th position, that'll be Robert Eversole in the 11th. And James Dahl starting deep here tonight. He'll roll from the 11th starting spot. Jay Henderson in the 18 will roll from 12th on the call here tonight. And starting 13th then will be the number 35. That'll be Damian Pullen. And the 44 here tonight, starting into the 14th starting spot, the Raging Cajun Racing, number 44. That'll be Chris Thibodeau. And it looks like Newberry is going to be a scratch here, so slide Baxter to the inside. It looks like we will go with 15 drivers here tonight for that feature. There you see them all out there, race fans. All 15 drivers making the call for the feature. Who do you got? I'm taking a look, and I'm telling you, 1 through 15, you could make a play to put any of them in the winner's circle here tonight. "40 laps this time out of turn number 4. Let's drop the hammer here tonight in Limaland. So one driver down around the inside. He'll go around. Yellow lights are on for the number 43, Anderson, going around. It looks like Poland got involved in that also, but it was Anderson's number 43 that went around to start that chain reaction on the opening lap here tonight. Lap will count, but we did not get an official green flag lap. Truck says, hey, we have that, so let's take a look. Inside car third. There you go, the 43A. Down there, I told you, race fans, I told you. Those tires were going to become a problem here tonight. Right on board. Season 2 points championship. Winner of Peyton Anderson having problems on the opening lap. iRacing.com Silverado trying to catch up. Looks like the 81 of Wagner also getting a piece of the action there. You can see the front nose of that 81 all messed up. Looks like we have a problem with the iRacing.com safety vehicle. We're all going to line them back up here, I do believe. Send everybody around the pace truck before we get ready to go. So lap 1 already interesting here tonight in the feature. That could have, well, take a quick glance at it. Anderson was 12th in the championship standings coming in. Could have gained a lot of points here tonight. See how it all plays out in the end. Looks like looking it over here, making sure everybody is back in the right spots behind the iRacing.com safety truck. Barney looking them over. Believe we're going to get the thumbs up. So we're ready to go this time. Tell the pace track, get on out of here. Let's try it again. Green flag back into the air here tonight. Lewis out to the lead as they're 3 wide stacked up behind him. And they're all battling for a second. Carroll, Post, and Tucker 3 wide at the line. It's Lewis with the race lead and everybody else trying to see where they can come out. Drop the scoring. Oh, hold up. Bring her back. Wait a minute. Robert Calley's having an issue. And oh boy, that number 5 missing the front end. Trying to be a modified, not a late model. Let's take a look. Watch the number 5 rocket to the outside. Oh, got up into the wall there, and it just spun that number 5 around. One driver coming through there. I believe that was Thibodeau that maybe got a little piece of him also. Right on board. You're riding on board with the number 3 of Robert Calley's. Oh, it just got a little tight coming off the corner. His foot was in it. And man, these drivers do have what is called a quick repair if they were to need it. So all these drivers are able to come down to pit road. They can come down to the infield, come down to their pit box, if you will, pit road, and they can get what's called a quick repair, a fast repair, a backup car, if you will. And they get back out there and continue to race. The only thing they do not get brand new is they don't get new tires or fuel, but they can get a brand new suspension if you will, or a body put on the car, and they get back out there racing. So 15 drivers still out there onto the raceway. 3 official laps here in the books. Gonna bring them back. Here we go. Lewis fires off. Battles behind him. Almost 3 wide again there with Carroll, Tucker, and Mays. Oh, hold on to her. Johnny Tucker into the back of Carroll. Now we got some timing and scoring rolling in here that we got these drivers across the transponder lines. Oh, Tucker gonna pop up in front of the 22, and he had to hang on to her. Look at him 3 wide down to the corner. Bumper, bumper, quarter panel. I see them all flying around, rubbing out there tonight. Look at him 4 wide. 4 wide, and that's for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th on the speedway. You can't tell me these drivers aren't out there working it already. A racy track here at Limaland. Johnny Tucker trying to go after the second place machine of Brandon Carroll. Carroll to the inside. Tucker working the outside lane there. He's got that 121 up and rolling. Closing in on the number 55 of Aiden Lewis. That would be the battle for the top spot. We're going to be 10 laps into this one in just a lap. They're going to go quick here tonight at Limaland. Take a look back in the field here, see where some of these drivers are battling. The 81, that is Wagner and Eversole. In the 11, 81 working the outside. That's where we've seen a lot of these drivers make up time so far. There's the 44, Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau almost got squeezed into the outside wall. He held on to her. He had to lift out of it big time. James Dahl just behind him, and there's Henderson. Anderson trying to rebound into the number 43. And as we are watching that, we're missing the Johnny Tucker show. Tucker up around the outside, and that car just absolutely rolled right around Lewis on the outside. Lewis already dropping back 3-4 car lengths. Man, Johnny Tucker is just absolutely motoring. Looking at it here, he does have the fastest lap time of the evening. Right now, about a 10th off the fast time for Johnny Tucker. But boy, he's rolling. And back here, let's continue to look at this. The 81. Wagner just trying to defend, and almost 3 wide, 1 into the wall. That was Eversole, and Eversole up top. I think he broke. Eversole broke on the outside. Caution lights will fly. 3rd caution of the night here for Robert Eversole. He was ripping that top side. Just got up and over it. Let's take a look. He's up there. The 81 closes the door. Into the wall he goes, and the right front just breaks, and he keeps it up there. Great job by Eversole there. He just got that car up out of the way, kept it up tucked against the wall. Everybody else navigated around him. Watch behind him. Watch Dahl and everybody. He's in the wall. Dahl moves over. And that was the 2 of Ryder Poston, just able to move to the left and keep out of the back end of Eversole. Could have got ugly. Could have been a big one. Ready to come back racing, Tucker. The control car to the inside. There it is. Green flag back into the air. So Tucker going to make Aiden Lewis now earn his lunch money. As Brandon Carroll down to the inside, the 51 speed, number 51. See if he can go tiptoeing down around the bottom side of the speedway. Has been able to make the pass on Lewis. Lewis got it wound up to the outside. He'll take command of second. So it's Tucker, it's Lewis. Carroll 1 into the wall. And they're going to stack them up back here. Pinball Wizard. They stacked them up. They tried to wad them up, but they kept it going. It all started with the number 22 of Caden Mays up into the outside wall and pinballed off a car or two, and they kept it going. Take a look who's back into the 6th spot. That's the 43A of Peyton Anderson. He went from the front to the tail, and he's already back here trying to knock on the top 5 if he can get in there. With just 20 laps to go, we're going halfway home in this one. 2 race leaders so far tonight. It's been Aiden Lewis and Johnny Tucker. And there's the advantage. Tucker over Lewis. Tucker got to the outside of the number 55 and took off and has not looked back. Lewis looks like he's found the Johnny Tucker line, and he's tucked right on in there. Battle right across the nose. Hang on to her, Jay. Jay Henderson was battling, I believe. Oh, looks like he may have broke something on the 18. He'll pull to the infield. That was him and Robert Eversole. Remember, Eversole also breaking his number 11 and had to go to the infield for service. They're back out there, now inside the top 10 after going toe-to-toe with Jay Henderson. So Eversole trying to rebound. He started 10th. He worked himself into the top 5, and then he had to go to the tail. Mays trying to work, or hold off, trying to hold off the 43 of Anderson. Anderson trying to work the top side, and caution lights. Caution lights coming out. 2 of them around the 81 of Wagner and Callies. Callies going to have to take that quick toe to the infield, and let's see what happened with Wagner. There's Wagner to the out. Crossover. Oh, and they just kind of met in the middle. So Robert Callie's getting that one. Take another look here if we can. Do we have another angle at a truck? Yes, we do. There we go. Slider, crossover, and then just meet in the middle. God, you hate to see it with such hard-nosed racing. That was going so well for those 2 drivers right there, swapping those spots back and forth. And then for both of them ending up in a pile of yard sale parts. So what do you think, race fans? It's been good so far. 4th caution flag of the evening, but a lot of hard racing. 3, 4, slide jobs, crossovers. We've seen it all. And that's what we come to love about a Sunday night here with the Outlaw Dirt Series. And that's just with 15 of them out there. Could you imagine if we stuck like 24 or something crazy like that out onto the racetrack? There we go, iRacing safety vehicle. Lights are back off, so we're ready to go. Tucker choosing the inside lane here. Lewis going to be to the outside. Lights are back on. Looks like we're waiting. Callies is ready. He will come back out onto the racing surface. So Robert Callies in the number 5, or if you're looking at the transponder loop, he's scored as number 3 here tonight. 5 on the car, 3 on the transponder. I know, race fans, could it get any more confusing? Looks like now Wagner's going to attach the tail, and we are going to go green this time. Tucker, Lewis, Carroll, Thibodeau, green flag. Great start by Lewis. He's going to be able to cross over, slider, 3 wide for the lead. That was 3 wide for the lead. Carroll going down to the bottom side. Here comes Lewis. Crossover, a move at the line. Aiden Lewis, the new race leader again. What does Johnny Tucker have? Can he get back around the number 55 of Lewis? He'll go bottom shelf, hunting, caution lights. Just hold on to her, boys. Everybody checked up real quick for the iRacing.com pace vehicle. As looks like Ryder Poston involved and Robert Callies. There's Ryder up against the outside wall. Oh, we got the same thing as earlier that we saw. I believe that was for Robert Callies earlier. Poston just had it happen to him. Right on board, Robert Callie's involved in this one also. Oh, Callie's was in a completely different one. Hey, there's a pole there and a tire, and they don't move. Yikes. Unfortunate there for Callie's, was not involved in the Ryder Poston, so it was two separate incidents right there. So Ryder going to have to, he already did. He already came down to the hot pits. He got back on the racetrack. So Poston back out there. Callie's not out there. Looks like the lights will go out. Looks like Callie's will call it an evening here from Limaland. He will be scored and placed in 14th at the end of this. Unofficial, though. Henderson 15th and Newberry being scored 16th with a scratch from tonight's feature event. Green flag. 11 laps to go. What does Tucker have? Will they be 3 wide? They will not. They will now, going down into 3, though. Lewis, Tucker, Carroll at the line. It's Lewis. Here comes Tucker. He'll be in the slider position. He'll throw it up to the top side. Crossover. Here comes Lewis. 3 wide. Now down to 2 wide. Slider coming from Lewis to Tucker. He'll park it on the nose, but Tucker says, I'm going to tuck it right underneath. He'll go to the inside. Big slider by Johnny Tucker. Tucker now has that top spot. He'll go into a slider line, defensive line for himself. He'll hold the top spot. He'll come across the line. It'll be just 8 laps to go. Tucker out front with Lewis, then Thibodeau. Carroll's right there. Tucker, Lewis, Carroll. Carroll, Tucker, Lewis. However, they keep jumping back and forth here. This is just hard-nosed racing. There'll be 6 laps to go this time, and it could be anybody from first to 6th at this point. Anybody that's left out there on the racetrack could win this one. Tucker just ripping the lip. This time, it'll be 5 fingers in the air as they come by. It'll be just 5 more times for Tucker. What does Lewis have in the bag? It's been Tucker and Lewis all night long, running 1 and 2. We've seen Tucker able to stretch the legs on a long run, but Lewis has been very quick on those restarts. 3 laps to go when they come out of turn 4 this time. It'll be just 3 more rotations. Less than a mile of racing left here tonight for Tucker and Lewis. Here comes Lewis. Big slider through 1 and 2. Tucker crosses over. He'll go back to the top spot. Carroll under attack from Thibodeau. 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks are up into the air, waving as they all come by. A little bit of a tight moment there for Johnny Tucker. Lewis coming back in. He's reeling them in little by little. The Lewis goes through the middle of 3 and 4. No grip. White Silk is in. Both drivers going to the top side of 1 and 2. Final time down the back straightaway. Where does Tucker go? He'll go bottom side of the speedway. Will not let Lewis down to the inside. It'll be Tucker at the line. Lewis, Thibodeau, Carroll, Eversole, Mays, and Dahl. Then Baxter, Wagner, and Donnie Thibodeau will round out the field. But it was Johnny Tucker here tonight stealing the show. There he is tonight, started 4th, picking up a handful of spots. Johnny Tucker in victory lane tonight. Aiden Lewis and Chris Thibodeau. We'll take a quick step away here, and we'll see if we can get those top 3 finishers right after this.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Limaland race fans, here tonight with the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series. 40 laps, 16 drivers, and boy, did they put on a show. I told you from the start of this one, race fans, the tires down on the infield were going to be a factor. The outside lane was going to be a big factor, and these drivers, just being who they are, were going to put on one hell of a show. 2 wide, sliders, 3 wide, 4 wide, more sliders, more crossovers, and that dreaded outside wall coming into effect here tonight. Don't take my word from it any longer. Let's head trackside and talk to some of the drivers inside the top 3. Let's start tonight's show off here tonight with the driver that picks up the most spots in car number 44, finishing 3rd here tonight, Chris Thibodeau. That car was on rails, but this track was very racy, and that allowed you to pick up the most spots to finish on the podium.
Oh yeah, I'm very shocked. I did bad the whole night, and just came out of nowhere. The car set in and took a groove, and I kept it.
We've seen a lot of 3 wide racing, a little bit of 4 wide out there. Where did the 44 really hunker down on that left rear and grab the bite?
Oh yeah, definitely on top for me. I mean, I felt a whole lot faster on top and around the middle, a little bit above mid, but it was definitely some good racing all throughout the track.
Absolutely. Were you hoping maybe for a late caution flag, because you picked up a lot of your positions on those restarts? Were you hoping maybe one final restart once you got the 3rd at the end of this one?
Not really, because we kind of had a little bit too much, and I think I centered a little too hard from the. I mean, I started in the back, so I had no choice, either go or go home. Well, I mean, I think I ran it a little too hard and caused me to be a little bit slower towards the end, but I managed it and glad to pick up P3.
It was absolutely a blast to watch the 44 come through the field here tonight. Tonight, though, a bull ring style track, just a quarter-mile speedway. Do you like this style track, or do you like next week's style track when we head down to Florida to the USA International Speedway?
I love bull rings. Bull rings is my favorite. Small track, give it to me. Fairbury, Kokomo, it doesn't matter. Them hard to race tracks is what I like.
They put on one heck of a show, just like you did behind the wheel here tonight. So, Chris, before we let you go, who do you got to thank? Because the quarter panels may be a little ruffled up here, but I know there's some very important people on them.
Thank Majula Say Speed Shop for giving me a good setup. XL putting on some good racing. You for good broadcast, and all the good racing guys that raced tonight. I mean, we all had some issues, but I think we kept it pretty clean for the most part.
Well, on a bull ring, sometimes you got to get the elbows up, and that's exactly what Chris Thibodeau does here tonight in that 44. He'll finish P number 3, and he picked up the most positions here tonight. Plus 11 for Thibodeau to come in to P number 2. Finishing 1 spot ahead of him, it's the number 55. Aiden, a great showing for the 55 here tonight, as last week you picked up the win. Tonight, you picked up the heat race win. You started on the pole. You led the first handful of laps. And then you and Johnny Tucker started to take the gloves off and go slider for crossover.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, that was one of the most fun races I've had in a very good bit, I'm not gonna lie. So, and also I love racing with Johnny. He's the best. So, But I will say though, Johnny's a very good like just cushion driver. I don't know how he does it without tearing up a spoiler and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's a good race. So
It was one heck of a race, that's for sure. You tore out of the start of the gates here tonight and ran away, and then you went down to the bottom. That's when Tucker kind of finagled you, got around you. What did you learn when you fell back to second? Because later tonight, you worked your way back into that number one spot.
I don't know. I kind of wish I had like more time with the middle than I did. I really didn't get to run it much, and then it kind of moved over to the top. I don't know. It's just my setup was kind of more towards the middle, I guess. But I think I messed up on tire. It kind of burned up a little tire than I wanted to. I don't know. It's just that cushion driving, dude. It's just Johnny's a lot better at that than I am, I think, right now. So yeah.
Once you got the race lead back, though, from Tucker on one of those restarts, another caution flag came out. Did you really have the setup, though, underneath you for that short run? When those yellows came out, you go back racing, you're able to throw that slider down into turn number one, or do you think you just wanted this one to play out?
Yeah, I think that last, very, very last caution kind of killed me. After that, it was about over. I don't know. I got lucky on one restart. I was able to get him, but I don't know. I think the caution kind of brought it back, and that's about it. So.
Well, either way, it was a great run here tonight. USA International Speedway's coming up Knoxville before we head back to what's considered maybe a little bit more of an elbow-up track at I-55. Those are the next three races. Where do you think you can park the 55 possibly back into Victory Lane here this season?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I like USA. USA's not bad. It's, it's very technical with the way, turn one is and, stuff like that. And I don't know. I think I like I-55. I-55 is good. I'm really good at Cedar Lake, me personally, I think. So I think Cedar Lake might be my best track on the entire sim to me. But, yeah, that's about it.
Well, hey, what do you say? It's getting late here. Who do you got to thank for another solid run here on a Sunday night?
Midwest Sim Sports, mainly. They help me a lot, teach me a lot, help me a lot, so give me a lot of stuff to run. Majula Speed Shop, they give us a lot of stuff to work off of and build off of. And Aces and Eights Designs for my wrap. And y'all for putting this on and that magnificent race with Johnny. So that's about it.
There you have it. Aiden leads half this race. He'll finish P number 2 with car number 55. And then there was one man standing up here, and he's trying to hide from me, race fans, but we won't let him do that for you. We know you want to hear from him. How about it, Mr. Tucker? Welcome to Victory Lane here as you pick up your first victory of the season, and you had to do it high, wide, and handsome, and holding off that strong charging number 55. How did you make this stick here tonight?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I can't run the bottom. So when you can't run the bottom, you got to learn how to run the top everywhere. And I put on the setup that it was like built for the late race, the long runs, and it just came in at the right time, and I just had it hooked.
Well, this thing looked pretty hooked up here tonight, especially up around the top side. That's where you were able to take the race lead. You were able to keep the momentum, but you weren't able to run the top the whole entire race. Mr. Lewis made you work for this one here tonight. Slider, crossovers. How did the car really handle those battles, those wars you went to?
Usually when the track's like this and I got to do some crosses and slides, I'm always too heavy on the gas. But in this race, I managed to keep my foot at the right position, not too heavy on it. So it was good though. I mean, a little loose sometimes, but if the track's slick, it's going to be loose. But it was definitely fun after that yellow.
Is that something that you're typically interested in? I know some drivers, they really don't like crossover attempts or sliders, and sometimes somebody parks it on the nose. We saw Lewis try to park it on the nose one time for you, except you kept your foot in it and yanked that wheel left, and right around him you went.
Oh, I love throwing sliders. I love crossovers. I just love that. I'd rather somebody throw a slider on me if they think they're faster than just ride behind me and push me. Because I'm gonna throw a slider on you personally if I feel like I'm faster than you.
That's what we love to hear. Elbows up, go get it, go take it from him, and try and run away with the candy from the little kids here tonight. It's exactly what you did here tonight at Limaland. But the bull ring is over. We go to the high speeds, long straightaways at the USA International Speedway. Hope you got a mouthpiece because those straightaways, they can act like a whoop section. Are you ready to go from the bull ring to the big track at USA?
I'll be honest with you. You probably won't be talking to me at USA. I'll probably be somewhere in the back. That is probably my worst track on the sim.
Well, at least you're honest about it. At least you're honest. That's all we can say.
Yeah, I'm usually just better at the smaller track, and I don't know. I just can't get USA figured out for the life of me.
Well, if you can figure it out, please share with the rest of us because they won't even let me on the track anymore because I can't figure that place out. So, hey, at least you're doing something right. You're out there behind the wheel. You're making those crossovers, those sliders, which parked you here tonight in Victory Lane. What do you say we roll this red carpet out for you here, Johnny, and hand you the microphone and you let us know who makes this all possible, the car that's so beautiful, so fast, and, man, it's all yours.
I want to start off thanking my boys over at KRE. You know, a lot of them were racing with me tonight. They just got caught in some bad luck scenarios. Couldn't quite make their way all the way up here with me. But all in all, solid run for them boys. Works by JT for the wrap. Shout out him. Works by JT on Facebook. And JT Slider Academy. You know, teach the ropes to sliders if anybody's interested in coming to tap in. And last but not least, I want to thank Cody Schaefer. He actually just put a new windshield in my car the other week. But he is a huge liar, so don't believe anything that he says.
Well, race fans, you heard it. Anything that comes from Cody Schaefer, don't believe it. I mean, and that's not coming from me. That's coming from Johnny. So, Johnny, great job.
Honestly, he disgusts me, but he did put that windshield in, so I appreciate him.
That's always good to hear. There you hear it, race fans. The number 121 here tonight of Johnny Tucker. He'll pull that car to victory lane. He said, though, next week, do not expect to see him on the podium. There's your podium finishers here tonight with Tucker, Lewis, and Thibodeau finishing 1, 2, and 3. Thibodeau, of course, picking up the most spots gained. And, man, what a show it was here tonight. Elbows up here tonight at the quarter mile. Little bull ring, if you will. And we're going to wrap things up here, pull the cords, throw them in the back of the truck, and we're going to head down to Florida. The USA International Speedway may be an Amazon warehouse now on that facility, but here on iRacing, we just still get to relive the glory days of racing down there. So we will head to the USA International Speedway on June the 14th before we head out west to the sprint car capital of the world. And it's not going to be sprint cars we're running. It's going to be these late models. That'll be at Knoxville. So we got to thank you, race fans, for tuning in here tonight to watch the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show. So for everybody with the Outlaw Dirt Series, all of us here from the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name's Roger Muth, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show here from Limaland. Until we catch you 1 week from now, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see ya in Turn 3.